Okay, good. Okay, yay! I'm so excited for tonight. I've really been looking forward to this particular Zoom meeting because I specifically have been working the last 3 months on personal goals and just learning to set goals and learning how to reach goals and without, not setting myself up for failure and just being able to, take the steps to meet specific goals. So I'm really excited about this Zoom. And I'm going to throw in some training because I don't know if you guys are on Periscope yet, but if you're not, get on Periscope, because at first I thought Periscope was just going to be a total waste of time and just something to, distract me from the things I need to do. But and it can be like anything else, but a lot of the jewels are doing training on Periscope, and they're really good. Today I watched Melissa Eichenhardt's training, and it was so good. I'm going to talk about what she's talked about today. So we're going to go over some goals, some setting goals, what we should be doing for daily activity, because I get that question all the time. I got 6 messages this morning in my inbox specifically asking me, what do I do every day? What is something that I do to work my business, and how am I going about working my business? So I know that a lot of people want to know, what is IPA? IPA is income producing activity. We think that we're doing IPA a lot, and I know I'm guilty of this. I think I'm doing all of these things that are income producing activities, and really they're not. They're not, absolutely not income producing activities. They're great. They're crucial. They're great things to do, and they're beneficial. And I have to make time for those, but they're not income producing activities. So I really want to focus on us as leaders setting specific goals that are income producing activity goals, that are things that are going to get us income, because that's, pretty much I think all of us are wanting to make more money and rank up. So I think setting the goal for income producing activities is something that we need to focus on. Because I know for me that I am like ADD, attention deficit, like I'm all over the place. And if I don't have a schedule, if I'm not setting specific goals and sticking to those things and making plans and making lists, then I'm like all over the place. So, okay, tonight I want to talk about what kind of goals y'all are setting and how do you go about making those goals. So what are you, what are you in your thoughts about when you're making the goals at the end of the end of the month? What are your goals for the next month? You guys can unmute yourself and we can talk about this for a minute. What are some of the goals that y'all set for yourself? Let's say for the beginning of the month. I want to have some ideas of what kind of goals you're setting for yourself. So unmute yourself and tell me. Amanda, we'll start with you.
I like to set goals on, because I am a lot like you too, and I get sidetracked. You said you have a little bit of ADD, so do I. And sometimes I get sucked into Facebook or messages, and I'm answering messages, and they might not be income producing. So I try to actually write down some goals, like, okay, I'm going to do 3 posts a day on Facebook, and what are those posts going to be about? I'm going to reach out to levels 1 through 3s and set goals with them. I tend to get overwhelmed.
Yeah.
So I'm open for some tips on how to better set.
So who else sets goals? What kind of goals?
I'm trying to learn more about the products.
That's great.
And how they help people, so that when I am talking to people, that everybody's an individual. We all have different needs, and to be able to utilize what products can work best for each individual.
Okay.
I'll go next. I am trying to actually set business hours for myself and have boundaries instead of being on at all hours of the night, trying to find people and get people motivated that aren't motivated. I need to get the people, I don't know if you've said it prior, but people that are hungry, that actually want this. I have a bunch of people that are just stagnant sitting there that, expect everything to just happen for them, and I can't do it for them. I have my own business that I have to run, and I want to be there more for the ones who are working their businesses.
Right.
So that's what I'm trying to work on now.
That's good. Anyone else?
I'll go next. One of my goals is to get 2 more ambassadors so I can get to silver and to have over 200 PV. And we have an event coming up the 15th of August. It's a 5K for food allergies.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I was asking you about that, so I can get more information and try to get more customers and more ambassadors.
That's awesome. That's great. Anyone else? What kind of goals do y'all have?
Well, I'll go next. I kind of need to set myself first, to be honest, but I guess that's a goal right there. But other than that, I want to learn more about the products and just more about like how to approach people and how to go about talking about the business with them and about the products.
That's good. Got to know how to do those things. Those are good goals. Anyone else?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Kelly, I'm actually working towards Ruby. I am working also on helping my level 1 Samantha Tripp get to senior gold. She was very close this last month, and she's working on that. I have 2 other people that are working towards, actually 3 are working towards gold. And so we're working on trying to get some silvers. So I think a lot of times you try to get, the people that are in lower ranks to advance as well. So then that'll help move me as well. But I want to keep getting more ambassadors myself this month. And I don't want it to be like, I really listened on Amanda's call when she had that a little while ago. And she said, don't wait until the end of the month. So I want to work in the beginning of the month on getting those people qualified that are getting signed on in these first 2 weeks. And then we can hopefully have it a little easier at the end of the month.
Yeah, I am with Amanda on that. And I think we have to jump right out of the gate on the first day of the month and try to get these new people qualified, get their teams qualified. I think we get, as leaders, sometimes we get very comfortable and complacent. And so until we're ready to rank up, it doesn't happen until we're ready to rank up. And then all of a sudden when we're ready to rank up, it's like, oh my gosh, mad dash to, try to get all these points and all these new people or helping our teams. And if we can kind of do the opposite of that and think, okay, if I can start at the beginning before I'm ready for a promotion, before I'm going to right there at being able to rank up, if I start now getting all of these new people to silver, to get all of these new people trained and qualified and get them to have their newbies trained and qualified, then we're not making the mad dash at the end of the month right before we're ready to rank up. I think it's just good for your emotions to do it that way. I think it's good for duplication to do it that way. And I have not always done it that way. I have been one to, last year when I was ready to rank up to Emerald, it was like crazy, craziness. It was like, Amanda knows, it's when you're ready for that big rank up, it's like you do anything and everything and you're mad dashing it. But if we kind of train ourselves to do it way before and continue that month to month, it won't be that mad dash to promote. It'll be like you've already set the standard. You've already done this every month. This is something we always do. We're getting used to it. Our people are getting used to it. We're training that, so they're duplicating that. We all won't have to mad rush to get promoted. So I think that is very, very good. I think that sometimes we forget, Jen touched on this, our goals should be specific and personal. So it's not always about having higher PV or signing new ambassadors. Those are the obvious. We want to sign new ambassadors. We want to always raise our PV. But we have to remember things like time management, boundaries, self-development, and things that are, it kind of sounds selfish, but goals for us, things that are going to help us advance in ourselves, our business, our personal lives. So today when Melissa Eichenhart was talking, it just resonated to me that this is something that it goes along with goal setting. So I want to kind of go over her training. Did anyone see her today on Periscope, her training at all? Anybody? Okay. It was so good. That's why I'm like, I have to share this ASAP. Okay. She talked about setting goals specifically for time management. We need to identify and eliminate time wasters. And I am so guilty of time wasting. I will get on my computer at, let's say, 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning, and I will look down and it is 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I have done absolutely nothing. I mean, I'm like, I have Facebook for 4 hours or 5 hours, and I think that I'm all busy and I've done all the stuff, but I haven't really done anything. You know, I've been scrolling through Facebook and I've been commenting and not really, I haven't really done anything. I haven't accomplished what I really need to be accomplished, which is income producing activity. So identify and eliminate time wasters. Huge time wasters are games, Candy Crush, any of those things that are on Facebook that people play all the time. And I see people doing it every day. I see people logging in, sending me game requests. That to me is a complete waste of time. TV. I'm not a huge TV person anyway, but some people do. Some people spend hours, 3, 4, 5 hours in an evening watching their shows. Nothing wrong with that. But if we're building a business, we need to eliminate that in the beginning, in the short term, so we can work on our business. So in the long term, we have plenty of time to do those things. So games on the TV or games on the computer, games on your phone, TV, reading People magazine, taking, 30 minutes out of your day to read a People magazine, it's really not income producing. It's not something that's going to build yourself. It's not going to build your business. So eliminate that kind of stuff in the short term. So
Can I interrupt you for a moment?
Sure.
Jennifer's got some issues going on with her Zoom. Can I do her goals real quick?
Can you what? I'm sorry.
Zoom, can I read you her goals?
Yes.
Okay. She says working on rebuilding her team, working on ways to reach a new audience, working on her personal testimony, and better time management.
Bingo. Perfect. Okay. Yep. So like Melissa said, in the short term, those are easy sacrifices for us to make. To say, okay, my goal is to find 2 more hours in my week that I can work my business, which means I'm going to eliminate my favorite TV show. I'm going to not play Candy Crush for, 20 minutes. I'm not going to sit down with that People magazine. I'm going to take that time to put it into my Plexus business. And it sounds silly or minute, but it is amazing what you can accomplish in 15 minutes with Plexus. So setting those goals to identify and eliminate time wasters. We need to do that. Also, making a list and planning your day. I have to do that. I try to do that anyways, just so I can stay on task. But making a list and planning your day to get things done. Melissa said that normal, everyday Americans accomplish 5 to 10 specific things a day. That's what the average person can accomplish in a day. You may do way more than that in activity-wise, but accomplishing something, 5 to 10 activities in a day. So if you set 5 personal things and 5 business activities, whether it's you have to finish the laundry, whether you need to, mow the grass or whatever, those are activities for your personal. Returning emails or, watching an opportunity video or training or something like that. Those are business activities. So setting 5 of each a day is a good goal. She says, don't make the list too big, so at the end of the day, you feel like a failure. So start out with maybe 2 or 3 things, and if you accomplish that, that's awesome. Then the next day, add another 2 or 3 activities. That way, you're not like, oh my gosh, it's 9 o'clock and I haven't done, I've done 2 things on my list. I'm a total loser. So make it where you can actually, accomplish that. So start small and grow into big. Another thing she said that struck me so hard is she said we need to think in minutes, not hours. She said just like pennies, minutes add up. So if you think about an hour, if you say I need an hour to finish that, you're like, I don't have time for that. I don't have an hour. I'm so busy. I have this and this and this, and so you blow it off if you're talking hours. If you can say, okay, I'm going to take 15 minutes before I head out the door to do my errands, to work my Plexus business. Or I'm going to take 15 minutes after dinner before I go sit with my family. I'm going to take 15 minutes. That's more of an attainable goal. To say I'm going to work my business for 2 hours after dinner, sometimes it makes you feel like you can't accomplish it because it's so big, it's in hours. So if you can put it in minutes, minutes add up just like pennies. And I thought that was brilliant. Income producing activity. This struck me like right to my heart because like I said, I will get on Facebook and I will think that I am doing income producing activities. And when she listed them, and I'm going to name them, I'm going to list this, so I want you to write these down. I'm going to tell you what is not. It is not income producing activity. And I'll tell you what, I do pretty much all of these every single day thinking that they were income producing activities. She said, it's not that they're not. These activities are important because they are. They're not something that we should do because they are, but they're absolutely not under income producing activities. Learning product knowledge is not income producing activity. It's something that we need to do, but it's not income producing. Okay, you don't have to know everything about the products, the science behind the products to go share the products. So it's not income producing to learn about the products. It's necessary, but it's not an income producing activity. Don't waste time not sharing the products because you're worried about learning the science and everything, the ingredients behind it. So those are not worrying too much about the product knowledge is not income producing. Same with the comp plan. Stressing about knowing everything over the comp plan is not income producing activity. Don't not go out and share the opportunity because you don't understand the comp plan, okay? Watching a video or reading a book or anything to do with personal growth and development, which I thought was really interesting. She said those are not income producing activities. You need self-development. We need personal growth and development. But that is something that you have to set time outside of income producing activity. And this is when goals are crucial. So guys, not knowing product knowledge, not an income producing activity. Stressing over not knowing the comp plan, not income producing activity. Self-development, watching videos and doing personal growth, not income producing activity. This is key. Building relationships with your PFFs. That is not income producing activity. It is a huge blessing in this business that we have each other and that we have sideline jewel buddies and we have friends in the business. That is not income producing. Sitting on Facebook and chatting with each other about, whatever is not income producing. It's great and we have to make time for that, but it's not an income producing activity. Scrolling through Facebook, and I am so guilty of this. Scrolling through Facebook, reading people's posts, and even commenting on Facebook is not income producing activity. It's necessary. We do it. We work our businesses on Facebook, but it's not necessarily income producing activity, okay? So what is income producing activity?
Gerald, and she didn't answer yet. So.
All right. So what is income producing activity? Building new relationships and growing your network is an income producing activity. Building your list, getting out and meeting new people and talking to people and building that network, that is income producing activity. She said that if you're working this business full-time, which I would consider myself a full-time Plexus ambassador. I work this every day, all day, pretty much. So I would say I'm a full-time Plexus ambassador. She said I should be reaching out to 3 to 5 totally new contacts every single day. That is income producing activity. If you're working this part-time, because we all know we can work this part-time. We can grow this business and have success working it part-time. Not sometimes, but part-time. She said part-time ambassadors need to be reaching out to 2 new contacts, new networks every single day. 2 new people that you need to talk to every day for growing your list. And she said growing your list is income producing activity. Okay? Contacting new people daily, inviting people to hear about the products, to go to an opportunity meeting, to listen to a Wednesday night call, presenting the products or presenting the opportunity, that is income producing activity. Okay? So building your network, contacting new people, building that list and contacting that network, and then inviting that new contact or network to listen to the products or the compensation plan. This is something else she said that blew my mind, and she's so smart. I love Melissa. She said, people want to know 3 things about Plexus. They want to know, is it safe? Is it effective? And is it affordable? They don't care what's in it 9 times out of 10. They don't care how the science works. They want to know, is it safe for them and their families? Is it effective for them and their families? And is it affordable for them and their families? And we know that, yes, all 3 of those, right? So those are things that we really need to focus on. Our comp plan is set apart and it's different, and that is what makes us special. And she said, you know, going to talk to someone in that new network or making that contact and inviting someone new to listen to the compensation plan, it's important to let them know that our compensation plan is different and it is above the rest. And there's nothing wrong with saying that, and there's nothing wrong with going over that. And that is income producing activity. Another income producing activity, and she said this is one of the most financially beneficial, is follow up. Following up, and we've all said it a million times, the fortune is in the follow-up. So following up with people is dire. We have to follow up with people. She was talking about, if we go out and we build our list and we build up the confidence to go talk to people, and then we invite them and share the opportunity or share the products, and then we never follow up, we've just wasted all that time. We have to close the deal. We have to follow up. So the fortune, the beginning, the networking, the contacting, the invitation, those are all preempts to following up. We have to do the follow-up. So setting a goal to do the follow-up is one of the most important goals that you're going to set. And after the follow-up, she said the close. You have to close. And that is income producing activity. When you say, hey, Susie, you know, we talked about Plexus before. I shared with you about the triplex. I'm available right now. Would you like me to walk you through ordering? That is closing. That is giving them that you follow up with them. You're saying, hey, I'm available. Here I am. I will walk you through ordering. Let's close the deal and make that order. And you're offering to help them make that order. And by offering to help them make that order, you've now closed them. So it's so important that we're setting those goals to do all those income producing activities, building our network, contacting new people, inviting new people, following up with those new people, and then in turn closing those new people. Those are the things that we need to be setting. Those are the goals that we have to have in order to be income producing. So those are things that I thought were awesome. She said our belief in the products, and I know a lot of you guys, some of you guys are new, so you may not have, like, my faith in these products is unshakable. My foundation in this company and my belief in the company is unshakable. There's nothing that someone could say to me that would shake my belief in these products or the company. And that is because I've had 2.5 years in this business. I've had 2.5 years of personal experience with the products, and they've changed my life. I've had 2.5 years to have a paycheck every month that has given me a raise in 2.5 years. So I have that unshakable belief. You guys in the beginning of your journeys, you guys are building that belief. And these income producing activities are going to solidify that belief. It's going to build your compensation plan. It's going to build your belief in the products. You're going to see people's lives changing. You're going to see your teams growing and your paychecks growing. And it's because of income producing activity that those things are going to happen. So if we're not setting these specific goals, I think we're missing out. I think all of the things that she said that were not income producing, getting on Facebook. Obviously, we have to get on Facebook, and that's a great thing to do. Not worrying about product knowledge. We have to learn the products, and it's necessary. So I don't want you to think I'm telling you not to do those things. But what I'm telling you is that we have to set a goal for a power hour, okay? All I'm asking you guys to do is to give me 1 hour every single day to do what I just talked about, the income producing activity. I'm not asking you to give me 4 hours a day or 6 hours a day. I'm asking you to commit to me that you're going to give me a power hour, and that your power hour is going to be strictly income producing activity. You're building your network. You're contacting new people, you're inviting new people to listen to the compensation plan and hear about the products, and then you're closing those people. I want 1 hour of your time every single day for the power hour. That's what I'm asking y'all to do. And then it's on you to set your business hours, where you're doing your self-development, where you're getting on Facebook and answering emails, where you're checking in with your team, where you're, following up with a customer. All of those things are something that you have to do in this business, and it's necessary, and those are awesome sideline goals for y'all to do. But right now, specifically for the next 90 days, I'm asking you to set your power hour goals. Set that 1 hour a day to do income producing activity, and income producing activity only in that hour. If you have to stay off Facebook to do it, stay off Facebook for 1 hour a day. If it means, getting on the phone and calling, some T-ball moms or some gymnastic moms that you've been wanting to talk to Plexus about or whatever, spend that hour building your list, creating, new contacts, talking to them about the products, inviting them to hear the products, and then closing them. 1 hour a day. And then I want you to set goals for everything else you do. Little things at a time. Let's say 5. 5 little things. So you're going to check in with all your level 1s through 3s. I think Stephanie said that, or Amanda. We have to be checking in with our ambassadors, right? New ambassadors especially. Their first 30 days, it's 50-50. You will either totally seal the deal with them and they will get out the gate running, or you will do nothing with them and they will fall off. They will not qualify by next month. It's ugly, but it's the truth. If we do not get with our level 1s through 3s in first 30 days and get them solid and get them believing in this company and believing in this compensation plan and believing in this product, you can forget it, because they'll never qualify and you'll never hear from them again. It's just the way this business works. 30 days you have to build those new people's belief, get them excited, get them running, get them motivated, get them out of the gate where they're excited and they go get their 3. Because if they get their 3 in their first 30 days, I'm telling you, they're going to take off and they're going to be one of your jewels. It's just how it works. I've seen it time and time again. And if you don't get them running and you just ignore them, you don't talk to them, they're going to feel like, oh my gosh, I have no idea what I'm doing. Now, do I take these products? How do I take these products? Am I supposed to drink the Slim early? Am I supposed to be late? Oh my gosh, I'm not losing weight. Like they just won't take the products and they won't work the business. So the first 30 days is crucial. So definitely set goals to get with your level 1s through 3s in the first 30 days and after. But your first newbies is really important. So set those goals too. And something else she said was, if once you get your power hour, once you have really committed to that goal of getting a power hour, let's say next month, set a goal to find 2 more hours in the week. Not 2 more hours in the day, just 2 more hours in the week. So let's say 1 day a week, you get up an hour early. Doesn't seem like it's much. I'm not asking you to get up early every day. I'm asking you to get up 1 day a week, an hour early. That gives you 1 more hour in a week to have a second power hour. So you see how that is? You've now turned your power hour solid. Now you've got just 1 day a week extra, but now you've just given yourself another power hour. So now you have 2 power hours that week. It's just the little things. It's starting and saying, okay, I'm going to stay up 1 hour later, 1 day a week, and I'm going to make that my extra power hour. I'm going to do only income producing activity during that hour. It's little things. If it's, make it 15 minutes, break it down. Say, okay, I'm going to get up 15 minutes early. I'm going to have 15 minutes there, and then I'm going to, stay up 15 minutes late here, or whatever it is. Just set that power hour, and then next month, set a goal to find 2 more hours in the week. And now you'll have 2 hours of power hour. I thought that was awesome. The next thing she said is something that I'm really working on too. This is just part of being organized, but this is a goal that I've set for myself. When you're out and when you're in your power hour and you're getting new contacts and working on your list and inviting and closing, when you're out in, like, let's say you're going shopping or whatever, if you're talking to someone and let's say you make a new contact and you don't have a business card, you have the perfect opportunity when you're out shopping at the mall or whatever, and someone says something to you that says, oh my gosh, this is my chance to share Plexus. And you go to share and you have no samples, you have no business card, you have nothing. So what happens? You chicken out and you don't share Plexus because you don't have anything to give them. So you just don't say anything. So another goal that she's talked about is be prepared all the time. Set a goal to always have business cards in your purse, in the glove box of your car, wherever, in your gym bag, if your kids are in soccer or an activity, scoop them in the gym bag, put them in their soccer bag, put extras somewhere where you're like, oh, wait a minute, I have a business card in, my daughter's gym bag or whatever. Be prepared, because you'll never know when the opportunity arises that someone says something that says, oh my gosh, they need Plexus, let me give them a stick of Slim. So always be prepared. Have a few samples. I always tell people in the beginning, it's easy to qualify. Spend $100 and get samples. Have 3 days, have 7 days, have just some challenges so you can have those to get new customers. But being prepared with business cards and samples, we have to be. It has to be a goal of ours to make sure that we have what we need to be able to share with new people at all times. So I'm trying to be more, I have tons of samples and I have tons of business cards, but sometimes I'll leave, I'll change purses, and then I'm like, crap, I don't have my wallet, or crap, I don't have that purse, and it was in the side pocket. So for me, I'm trying to put business cards and samples everywhere. In every purse I have, in my car, all over, wherever I need. I'm sorry, my in here. Okay. So that's just another way. Hang on. Oh, my big 150-pound dog is on my cord. Okay. It's just another way of being prepared. So set a goal to say, hey, I'm going to make sure I have my business cards. I'm going to make sure I have some samples laying around. I'm going to order an extra bag of Slim. That way I have 36, I have 30 opportunities during the month to be able to share with 30 people, give them one stick of Slim. So it's just another good goal to set. But I think for me, I've just committed for the next 90 days, and this is what I'm asking my team, is just give me an hour, and we're calling it the Power Hour. Income producing activity only. I don't care what else you do during the day. That's on your personal goals. That's on how you set your business up. If you're personal growth and development, if you're reading a book, if you're watching diamond documentaries, if you're going on all the Wednesday night calls, whatever it is, those are great goals, and set those. But I'm asking each of my team members to give me 1 hour a week and make it a Power Hour and make it income producing activity only. And I really think that everyone will start to really see their business change, things start growing and developing, people joining their team, having more customers, which in turn can have a higher PV. You're going to be earning credit points for Leaders Retreat. Things are just going to start moving in that direction when we're really focusing on income producing activities. Because how easy is it to do all the things I said that are not income producing, right? I'm sure everybody's probably guilty of it at some point. So really thinking along the lines of, I'm doing my Power Hour, this is my Power Hour, I will not do anything that's not income producing, and I'm going to do it every single day. So what do you guys think about that? Is that something that you guys think you can do? Is it something you can focus on? Tell your teams, kind of like build them up to that. Because when someone's new to the business, giving an hour a day is doable. Like I'm okay with that. Even if someone's working a full-time job, I can do an hour. They can find an hour to do Plexus. If you tell them to spend 6 hours, they're going to be like, what am I going to do? So the Power Hour, I think, is very duplicatable. It's very doable. It's not scary. So I think it would work. What do you guys think? Yeah,
I think it'll work. I think it's just whoever needs to put in some effort.
Yeah.
An hour isn't much.
An hour is not much. And I think the way I was thinking about it is that, like I said, I'll spend 4 hours on Facebook and I don't even know it's been 4 hours. Like I get wrapped up in that and it's fun, and I can answer emails and it's like, oh, I've worked for 4 hours. I didn't do one income producing activity in that 4 hours. And that's what we really need to grow as business. We have to learn to manage our time. We have to learn to set goals that are going to be income producing. If we're doing all of these things, and a lot of them are great things and they may help us, but if they're not income producing, what's the point? What's the point of continuing to sit on Facebook and answer emails and meet with our team and plan stuff if it's not income producing? So we want income producing activity. We have to align ourselves with income producing activities. So I think that, for me, I know that me personally, I am so guilty of it. I will spend a whole day doing stuff. And at the end of the day, I'm like, well, gosh, I feel like I didn't really do much, or I didn't really, what have I done that's going to get me income? And I haven't really done income producing activity. So for me, it's a focus. I'm going to be doing specifically income producing activities, at least for my power hour.
I was gonna say too, for like being prepared, like having brochures and stuff too, so that they have something to look at and something in their hands, like, oh, okay, these are the products. This is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I also don't want to see people miss out. Like you said, Kelly, if they're out and they're like, oh, I don't have business cards, even if they really haven't even ordered them yet, or they ran out, take one of their business cards. 9 times out of 10, somebody has a business card of their own of whatever it is to give their information, or get on your phone right then and there and be like, let me Facebook you right now.
Yes, let me add you on Facebook. That's a great way too. I do that. I've done that to people. Oh, what's your name on Facebook? I'll add you or whatever. Building your audience, that's income producing activity, because if you can get people on your Facebook page and you're posting about Plexus, they're going to see that, and that's creating network. I mean, that's something that we want to do. And building, we were talking about this today, building your audience is how you gain new customers, is how you gain new ambassadors. It's basically inviting people to hear the opportunity because you're sharing it daily on your Facebook. So Facebook is huge. I mean, the more people we have on Facebook, as a Jewel, I'll be honest, it's really difficult because everybody wants to be your friend on Facebook. You have a huge team, so all your team is friends with you. And then if you meet people outside your team and you do a video and someone watches it, then you have like 50, people from other teams that aren't even on your team want to be your friend on Facebook. So it quickly you have 100 Facebook friends that are just Plexus, or 500 Facebook friends that are just Plexus. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm not selling to you. I'm not talking to my Plexus team, because I want to talk to people that aren't in Plexus. I want to market to people that haven't joined my team. So be careful and mindful of that, because I know a lot of you are getting to be very close to Jewel status. You're gems, and you guys have a lot of, you network with other Jewels, and you have other team members behind you because you've done a video, or you've been, whatever, you've met them on the sideline. So half your Facebook is Plexus people. So you have to be careful about that. Nothing wrong with it. I'm not saying don't add people, but just be careful. And something that Chris and Abart talked to me about, lists on your Facebook, and you can actually like put people, like specific people in a category. So like I have all of my Plexus people in lists. So I have a Plexus list. So if I don't want to see any of their updates, I can take them out of my newsfeed. So I can just look at my friends that aren't in Plexus. And so that way, because I'll tell you, when you have 500 Plexus people and all you see all day long is Plexus posts, you miss out on opportunities to reach out to people that you may not see on your friends list. So you really have to organize your Facebook and be mindful that if you're adding ambassadors, just be careful, because you don't want to lose your audience. You don't want to lose your non-Plexus people audience. So always, I go back to, like, I have a bunch of middle school and high school friends that I went to school with, and I'll go on their page and I'll say, okay, who do I know? Like, I know them. Like, I used to go to school with them. And I'll try to add them on Facebook, because I'm always trying to add people that are non-Plexus to my Facebook. So you always have to, that's definitely something you want to set a goal to do, is check your Facebook, check your friends, your lists, and kind of, put the Facebook people, or put the Plexus people all together in a list. And that way, they're not the only ones seeing your post, because we're not buying from each other. We already love Plexus. We have to get people that don't know Plexus, that don't have this opportunity, and share it with them. So anything else that you guys can think of? Any questions, any concerns, anything you guys want to talk about? Any other goals that you guys have? I know that, Amanda, my heart sunk this year, this month for you. It sunk for me. It's very humbling to have someone that's underneath you rank up before you. And watching Erin go Sapphire was not easy for me. I'll be honest. I'm a transparent, honest person. It was difficult. As happy as I am for her, I was sad for me. So that's just being real. That's being a normal human being. Erin worked very hard. She's grown her team huge. They have thousands of people on their team. So it's nice to watch that my ambassador is now Sapphire, but it's very humbling and it's very difficult too. So it just drives me to say, okay, what do I need to do differently to grow my outside? Because that's really where my weakness is my outside. So it just solidified in me, hey, look at me. Don't look at her. Don't look at everybody else that's ranking up to diamond in 11 months, because it'll make you insane. I'll tell you right now. There's other jewels that have been emeralds for way longer than me, 2-3 years, that are feeling it too. So just to tell you, this is totally off topic, but I feel like it's something that we have to be very careful about comparing journeys. We have to be very careful about getting caught up in what everyone else is doing, because everyone else is different. We have different backgrounds. We have different things going on in our lives. We learn things differently. We have everything totally different. So we can't even compare someone who has gone diamond in a year to what you're doing, because your situation is totally different. So don't be discouraged, and don't try to keep your blinders on, because I'm very guilty of it too. I have opened my blinders and I have looked and I have compared and I have stressed out and I have obsessed over it. And watching this month, Amanda being so close at the cutoff to go emerald, to go to Maui, I felt for her, because I had some friends that didn't make it either. I have some other jewel friends that were really pushing for diamond and they didn't make it. And they were heartbroken, and it's tough at the end of the month, because you're happy for everyone else. You truly are, and I believe that. I 100% believe that that there's everybody, you have a happiness and you love watching your teams and your sideline jewels promote, and you're happy for them, but you're also, it's hurtful and hard for you because you don't promote. So as much as I'm happy for everybody else, I feel for the other jewels like me who missed out on a big promotion. I felt for Amanda. I felt for several other people. But what Jen Hawkins told me was, instead of focusing on that, take that and turn it in and say, okay, what do I need to do? What am I going to do? I'm not going to worry about what she's doing. I'm not going to worry about a timeline. I'm not going to give myself a timeline to become a diamond. When you do that, she said, it's just devastating. So you have to have an open thought process about, promoting to a diamond or promoting to sapphire or promoting to emerald, because if it takes you 5 years, it'll still be worth it, I promise you. Every minute of that 5 years will be totally worth it for you to become a jewel. If it takes me another year to get to sapphire, I will still be working this business and I will still be pushing for sapphire, because I know it's worth it. If it takes me 2 months, then it takes me 2 months. If it takes me a year, it takes me a year. Same, I know Amanda feels the same way. Just because she didn't make emerald this month, and that was tough. That's the July 31st. I'm going to Maui, and that's a big one. She could have easily just, been like, oh my gosh, I'm so depressed, blah, 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 but she didn't. She said, you know what? I can't wait for this month. I'm so excited. I'm going to turn this around. I'm going to see what else we can do. And she did amazing things in our team this month. I mean, my gosh, like huge, huge things. So that just shows me that anything's possible for them, and that their team is doing, what needs to be done. And by no means will she have any problem making emerald. But don't look sideways. Don't look back. Just keep looking forward and look within. That's all I can say about promotions. I have people that are trying to be silver. They've been silver. Rachel's, I don't know if you're on here, Rachel, but Rachel's been, silver for, or close to silver or almost silver for months. Same thing. I was talking to you guys about this the other day in the Zoom meeting. I personally think that silver and gold are the toughest promotions. They're the hardest ones to do, because there's so much going on. There's so many things that can happen. You sign people fall off. You're rushing to, sign all these people to, rank and promote, and then things happen. So if you have set at silver for months, if you have set at gold or ruby, I don't care what rank you are, choose right now to put that timeline beside you. Say, I'm done with the timeline. I don't care how long I've been my rank. I'm going to focus on my next rank. I'm going to write my goals. I'm going to commit to my power hour. I'm going to write out a plan. I'm going to set a plan and put my actions in place to reach those goals. 5 goals, whatever, 5 or 10 daily activities to reach those goals, and not worry about a timeline. Forget how long you've been at your rank. Forget how long it's been, and kind of just focus on what's next. Focus on what you can do to get to your next rank, and know what you need to get to be your next rank. I think that's pretty important too. Sometimes we're like, oh, I'm pushing for Ruby. They have no idea what Ruby means. Like, I don't know how many points I need, but I'm pushing for Ruby. You need to know what you're pushing for. You need to know what you need, how exactly you're going to get it. And I can tell you that for me, I want Sapphire so bad. I want it really, really bad. I'm very hungry for it. And instead of looking at that for me for the next 90 days, another goal for mine is that I want to get my team promoted. I want to get my people that are at ranks that are right there. That's my goal. I want to get Jen to Ruby. I want to get Lisa Marie to gold. You know, I want to get my team promoted, because just like the girl said earlier, that's going to push me up. That's going to push my promotion up, and I'm going to get that promotion because I've helped my team. And that's what you really need to say. It's not about me, 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 me. It's not about my promotion, my rank, my rank, my rank. If you look at it that way, I can promise you it will take you a lot longer to promote. If you look at it like, I'm going to get my team ranked up, I'm going to help my team get to silver, I'm going to help my team get to gold or ruby or whatever it is, you will promote much faster. That's the way it is. If you invest in your team, if you invest in your new people and get them to silver and get them building their belief and get them their confidence and their belief growing in the company, they're going to go out and get their 3. And then they're going to get their 3s to silver. And that's just made you a whole heck of a lot of points. So it's all about reaching down into your downlines. It's all about getting them ranked up, because in turn, they're going to push you up to your rank. So that's my goal. My goal for the next 90 days is to get all my key leaders, and they know who they are, sitting at the cusp of promotions, and they've been sitting there for a while. That's my goal in the next 90 days, to get them every one of them to the rank they want, to the next rank they want. And all my new people, 30 days. In the first 30 days, my goal is to get them all silver and get them on fire. You know, that's the way we have to do it. We just have to, you know, do things sometimes differently than we may have originally done before. If something is working and something is great and you have that momentum, then you keep doing it. If something isn't working and you're not having momentum, guess what? Change it around a little bit. Then you're going to find that momentum, and when you do, it's going to push you and it's going to push your team. You're going to grow, you're going to build your belief, and you're going to rank up. All right, I'm not going to keep you any more longer unless you guys have something else to say or anybody wants to chit chat about something. I know there's some new people on. I can't see everybody. My screen's too small. But if there's any questions, hi baby, or anything y'all want to talk about, shoot.
Where is the best like place to order? Like, I want to get a car decal from a car, I think, and then like brochures too. I definitely need brochures and some more catalogs.
You can buy catalogs and brochures and all of that in your back office. You can go under resources too. There's a bunch of stuff in the back office, in the office builder, the business builder in the back. As far as your car detail, I think, you're in Melbourne, are you local? Who is that?
Yeah, Kelly.
Oh, okay. Talk to Jennifer Cummings. I think she may be able to do it. I don't know. Jen Burke, I think she ordered hers off,
Etsy. Yeah.
So there's local places that will do it. You can order one and put it on yourself. There's a few options there.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else? All right, guys. Well, I appreciate you guys. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. So when we rank, does it start over every month, or like?
Yeah. Your points start over every first of the month. So you will gain, you'll keep gaining points or whatever, and depending on your rank, depending on your new ambassadors, to get to silver, because you're fairly new, Kelly, you need 3 people to get to silver. Let's say you sign 2 in 1 month. You don't have to start 3 all over again. So if you get 2 1 month and you get another one the next month, you're still going to rank up. You're still going to get to silver. So it's 3 ambassadors total on your team to become silver.
Okay. I thought so. I just want to make sure.
Yeah, no problem. Anybody else? All right, guys. Well, thank you for being on. Go ahead. Thank you for taking the time. This is another thing that just shows your commitment, and I really appreciate you taking the time to be on Zoom. I love Zoom. This is a face-to-face, and it's fun to see each other, and just, this is accountability. This is part of being an ambassador. It's part of being a teammate. So thank you for taking the time to be on with me.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'll see you later.
Bye.